Hello, family. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. It is my pleasure speaking to you this wonderful morning. It's been a while, and so we want to thank God because of the new month that is given us, the month of August. Remember, July was good, and we believe and trust that August is going to be the best month ever that has ever come to humankind. So, as we go through this month, I would love to encourage us that let us continue trusting in this God. Let us continue uh, putting our hope and our trust in Him because He is our everything. Remember, uh, like I told you last time, the Lord loves you so much and He created you for a reason and for a purpose in this kingdom. And whatever you do and whatever you want in life, it is just a matter of time. The Lord will grant it unto you. And so it is my pleasure that actually you're still here and we're doing great, and that the Lord has kept us even from the corona pandemic. There's so many things that are happening in the whole world, but the Lord has been faithful to us, and so I thank God because of us. And so today I just want to encourage us about something that is important. Last time we talked about waiting on God's time. And so today I thought it was wise that we talk about trusting the process. The process might be bumpy, it might be full of hilly, thorny, and all that along the way, but just trust the process. Trust the leader of the process, who is God. Trust that at the end of the day, all will happen and all will be according to His own will. And so, I love to encourage you with a verse from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, and verses 8. And the Bible says that the Lord Himself goes before you, and He will be with you. He will never leave you and nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. That is what the Bible tells us, that at all times in this process, in this bumpy and in this cruel life, in this world that we are in, that everything seems to be messy and noisy, the Lord is promising us that we should never be discouraged, we should never be afraid, because it is Him that created us and that gave us the opportunity to start the process. And so at all times, the processes that I'm talking about, or the processes that you need to trust, there are a lot in each and every person's life. Remember, maybe you're schooling, the process might not be that easy. You need to pay school fees, you need to pass your exams, you need to study hard, and things are not working out. So what is there is very important, that you need to actually trust the process and trust the leader of the process, who is God above. And when you trust the leader of the process, who is God above, everything will work out perfectly right at the correct time. That the timelines of God will always remain His timelines. It doesn't matter how long it will take. Like I told you last time, it doesn't matter how long it might take for you to get to that thing that you want, for you to achieve that particular band, for you to achieve that graduation that you want, for you to go to that particular level that you want. But the Lord tells us that when we trust in Him, when we trust the process, that everything will work out perfectly well. And so this morning I decided, why not talk about this? Because most of the time, we as human beings, remember, we are born in this cruel world. We are born in a life where things are not working out, and maybe we expected so many things. When we read the Bible, and the Lord promises us a lot of things, and so we expected them to just happen day in, day out. But the Lord is telling us that His timings are always the best. And another thing is that we need to respect His own timing. We need to respect that He is the leader of the process, and that it is not your own making, it is His own making. And that is why He's given us the mandate to continue to press on, no matter how thorny the highway is, no matter how bumpy the highway is. But you need to continue. Remember the people of Israel, the Israelites, when they were being led by Moses, Things seemed messy on the way. They even told Moses that, why didn't you leave us in the land of slavery than bringing us here to die of hunger, of thirst? But at the end of the day, we found out that they enjoyed everything that the Lord promised them. And when they got to the land of Canaan, everything was just perfect. And so this wonderful morning, I would love to encourage us that let us not give up in this process. Let us not give up in every determination and every ambition that we have in this life, because at the end of the day, we shall enjoy the fruits of our hard work, the fruits of our labor, the fruits of our determination. The Lord will help us to get into this, because that is His promise to us. He said in His word that don't be discouraged, don't be afraid, I will be with you to the end. So whatever thing you start, in this life, it doesn't matter. Maybe you started your schooling, you're doing your bachelor's, you're doing your diploma, or maybe you started that small kibanda of yours, those small businesses you're doing, or maybe things are just not working out. The Bible is telling us that the Lord will actually lead us to that particular land where we will enjoy forever and ever. And so as you trust the process, as you trust the leader of the process, ensure you work hard, ensure that you keep everything as per with the will of God. Remember what the Bible tells us, that you need to acknowledge Him first. You need to know that it is Him who's made you who you are today. It is not by your own making. It is not because of your family. It's not because of maybe you're so bright. No, it is God. He loves you so much, and that is why wherever you are at the moment, it is because of Him. And so we need to trust in Him. We need to live by His word, that will always cherish Him, will always acknowledge that He is always the head in our lives, that whatever the things that are happening in our lives, it is because of Him. And so that is my word for you today, that as you trust the process, as you wait upon God's time, remember to always be there, knowing that the Lord is with you at all times. Remember, our God is omnipresent. Wherever you are, whatever you need, anything, the Lord is always there with you at all times, with your family at all times. And so let us trust the process. Let us trust the leader of the process, who is God in this particular matter. And so whatever you do, it doesn't matter how big the situation might look, it doesn't matter how small the situation might look, just trust the process. Just be encouraged. Just do not fear what the society will say. Do not fear what your neighbor will say. Do not fear. Do not be discouraged with what maybe your siblings or maybe any person who is closer to you might say. But just trust the process. Trust the leader of the process. Wait on God's time, and it will happen. That is my promise for you, that God will work it out for you, and at His own time He will work it out for you. So thank you very much. I want you to live this month that as every day passes by, you're going to trust the process, you're going to trust the leader of the process, you're going to wait upon God's time, and you're going to live a life that is worthy of the kingdom. Ensure you're prayerful, ensure you read the Bible, ensure you go to church, ensure that you acknowledge that God is God at all times. You acknowledge that it is all about Him, that without Him we are nothing, that without His presence in our lives, our families are nothing. And so we need to live this kind of life, that at all times the Lord will actually be with us, and He will lead us at all times. And so even as we continue in this particular life of pandemic, that everything seems messy and things are not working out, let us trust that God, who started all this, He will make sure that it will come to an end, that everything will come to an end someday, that we will enjoy the fruits of our hard work, we'll enjoy the fruits of our labor, we will enjoy everything that we've ever imagined and envisioned for. because that is his word for us. Otherwise, out there, we still have the Delta variant, that is the corona pandemic is still with us. And so we love to encourage you wherever you are that mask up. This thing is messy. This thing is not as maybe you think out there. It's gone to our deep villages, and we don't want to kill our parents. We don't want to kill our grandparents. We don't want to kill the people around who are vulnerable. So mask up, social distance. If you can stay at home, stay at home. If you can work from home, work from home. And let us actually trust God. Pray. If it is a matter of fasting and praying for this pandemic, just spare days, spare time, pray for this pandemic. And at the end of the day, things will work out. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. I wish you a happy month. That the Lord will lead you, the Lord will protect you, the Lord will preserve you. That this month will be fruitful. Just as July was fruitful on your side, this month is going to be more fruitful, and more blessings will come your way, because the Lord has promised us. Otherwise, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you safe at all times. Thank you.